Okay, welcome back now to episode 3. Now that we completed the front walls, the next thing is to go on, complete the side walls and the lean-to walls. And the technique is the same in terms of overlapping the siding so that you get some definition or depth of relief. What you're seeing now is a time lapse of how I detail and put the lap siding on the 2 side walls for the wooden ice house. First thing I did was score the backs where the tabs are and then cut out the trim pieces. And then we're going to cut out all the remaining sections of the walls. The next thing you'll want to do is use a non-alkaline marker. I use the Tombow gray on the edges, and now I'm putting the trim boards on. The trim boards will be the guide for keeping the alignment of the effectiveness. Right there, we're folding the tabs using a press bake effect with 2 steel rules. Those are the thin 6-inch ones. Now what I've done is I've cut out 2 additional walls of the same piece. And the reason being is I'm going to use those to lap the siding for the effect. And I marked one a number 1 and the other one a number 2. And then I have the base wall that I'm going to be gluing those to, just like there. And I do 2 boards at a time, and I alternate them between each number 1 and number 2 of the extra walls that make up the lap siding. Let's keep these lined up accordingly, especially when I have lettering on the side of the wall, which is the word ice. And that effect was created in Photoshop. Again, make sure that you want to, on the bottom side of those laps, you'll want to color those with a gray marker. I just used 4 or 5 dots of glue across there. That's a squeeze bottle with a precision tip on it. And I just use Elmer's glue. I've been using that for the last year or 2 now, and I can control it very well. And it has good holding capability and withstands humidity and some other things. As you see, it's the same rhythm of procedure. You know, once you cut it out, you put the marker on the exposed edge of the lap, line it up appropriately, put your glue marks on there, and you're ready to go. Now the reveal's coming through, seeing that, the word ice. Then I got to trim the edges sometimes if the boards are a little long. I found that this is, while it takes a lot of extra time, the results stiffen the wall plus give it a relief feel and look instead of it just being a 2-dimensional surface. Just about ready to wrap things up here. Also, I found that I needed to put additional trim on the sides of the wall because the wall increased thickness of those lap boards. Then you want to have the appropriate trim depth as well. So I had to put some extra trim boards on each side. And that's what I'm doing here, marking the edges and gluing them on. soon you'll see the final results here. Right there it is, right in front of the camera and the ID. Next, we have the lean-to walls, which are two sides and an end. Using the same technique in terms of lapping the siding and putting the trim on, it's no different. And the door method is pretty much the same. And what I've done is added some relief, which is in the kit itself, by putting the cross members of the door on and the hinges. Plus the hinge pins are little tight little things in there. And it makes a nice effect. As you can see, let's come in as close as we can. All right. And this shows the relief. I'll use my fancy pointer. You can see the difference. Definitely. Doorknobs, etc. Do a nice job. And the same thing with the end wall. So that's a wrap for episode 3, where we completed detailing all the walls for both the main structure and the lean-to. Next up is windows, and we'll try to peel the skins off the onion to see how Clever Models shows us to do 4 or 5 layers to a window, which includes the plastic glass. Till the next time, keep modeling out there, and I hope it's cardstock. Thanks.